congratulations to Plumers, Alan Holmes, Chapman, Harriet Brown, Elise Brennett, Brodie Moyer, and over the page, Crystal Smith snuck through in front of Rebecca Creedy. So, Crystal Smith, who is doing beautifully overall, she's in second position in the championship. She has got a start in the final race, which is great news.
It is great news. I thought she had been eliminated, but it does have an impact now on the overall point score.
Well, Nick, it's swim, ski, board again. Plumers has the girls off and racing down to that rip on the left. They'll go straight back out where the water is pushing out to sea, but Plumers very happy with a swim, ski, board that's worked so well for her up until now.
Hayden was talking to us from the beach earlier on. He said he had a chat with Rebecca Creedy, who was struggling to get her way out through the surf, struggling to get under the waves and really struggling on the swim, Guy.
Yeah, it's tough out there, very technical, and Brodie Moyer, another one that just said that she found it quite hard getting under the whitewater, and you really need to go down deep. Normally, by a rule of thumb, if it's a 3-foot wave breaking, you go underwater 3 feet. If it's a 4-foot wave breaking, you go under the water 4 foot, because the wave breaks and the bottom of the water churns up. You need to go under that and get into that really flat area that's not churning. So you need to go deep, and remembering at home that these girls are getting their heart rates up to around 180 beats a minute. Imagine doing that, then trying to hold your breath for 10 seconds.
Oh,
it's not easy.
Crystal Smith putting in some nice strokes early. She's got the white cap on with the blue costume, so a very nice swim leg. There's Liz Plumers. Just to Liz Plumers' left is where Crystal Smith is. So nice high elbows as well from Liz Plumers. These girls are putting in some really big effort here.
We saw Matt Poole do this at Bondi, Leachy, and you were surprised when he did it at the Eliminator last year. He said, I'm going to go out, I'm going to lead every race, and I reckon when I get to the last race, I will have tired the boys out. It was an unusual approach, but he took out the risk of being eliminated back through the field with an unlucky incident, and that's exactly what we've seen Elizabeth Plumers do today.
She's shaking up the field. She's sort of saying, you know what, if I'm up front, and if something does go wrong, I've got some time to maybe come back and do something else. And the other thing is, I think that it's a testimony to the fact that you know how fit you are. Because you can't go flat out and do that for a good hour that the girls are doing unless you believe that you're fitter than the rest of the field.
Well, that was the heartbreaking thing about Portsea, is that she is in good nick, but she just lost the little bit of luck that she needed at Portsea. She's found the luck today. I don't want to put the moz on her too early. She has this race left to go before she can claim the day.
Crystal Smith leads on the swim leg, the ski leg and the board leg to go. She emailed me before Portsea, Nicole, and said, back me, get on me, put some money on me. And she said the same again today, double up and I won't let you down. And she's doing a great job at the moment, Crystal Smith.
Well, she's got some great surfing skills. She grew up in the beaches there at Cronulla, so she's spent her whole lifetime surfing.
And spent some time in the water in Holland, where she was telling me it was 7 degrees and very, very windy, so this should just be a walk in the park for Crystal.
Let me tell you right now is where she can either win or lose this race, because she's coming back into that wave area now, onto that bank. She's got a massive lead on the field, and Plumer's sitting way back behind her. There's a good 50 metres that she's got. Now, here comes the wave now, so a swell's coming up. She needs to rate onto this. Is the timing right for her to pick this one up? Beautiful Peters body surfing there. The cap sort of looks like it's coming off, but that is possibly a winning wave for her, even this early in this race. So she will get a lead here on Plumers. Now, Plumers, it'll be interesting to see whether she gets the next wave, but she'll ride this right through as the swell starts coming in, Nick.
She milked that beautifully, Howie. Took everything that wave had to offer. Will Liz Plumers get on this? We have another girl on this. May fatten up a little bit before she gets there.
Oh, she's pushing now. She's going to fall off the back of the one. So Plumers has fallen off the next wave coming through. So we've had another competitor come up to Plumers, has been pushed forward. But the interesting thing is going to be see Hayden is that just how far Crystal's got on the rest of the field. This could be the winning gap, Hayden. Very interesting moment in this race.
Hayden, you're on the beach. What type of lead has Crystal Smith got on Elizabeth Plumers?
Howie, Crystal Smith, she's running up the beach. She's just passing the first bit of the crowd. She's going fast. She knows she needs to extend this lead. Liz Plumers is about 75 to 100 metres behind her, still dolphin diving, still waiting, avoiding those rocks that are in there. She's going to have to move if she wants to catch her, because Crystal Smith, she wants to get on these skis. She's got her handler Floody. I know she's been giving her plenty of tips in that ski. She's going to go hard now.
Big crowd on the beach, Hayden. You sound like you're pretty excited and enjoying yourself down there.
Howie, I'm loving it down here. It's great fun. What you can't see a lot of the time is that massive crowd out the back there. They're yelling and cheering. Here comes Crystal Smith now. Naomi Flood is cheering her along right next to her. I've got Floody right here. Floody, how's she going?
Mate, she's on fire. She looks better than she did in the last race. She's just got to get through that break. It's real heavy. It's pretty tough, and anything can happen. happen as we've seen. So go Crystal.
Go Crystal. Good stuff. Thanks, buddy.
Well, Naomi Flood is the best surf ski paddler in the world at present. She's trying to make the London Olympics in kayaking, and she's a good bet to do that.
She's had some good results. I spoke to her this morning.
Yeah,
she's finished second in a couple of the races, and she's got 2 trials come up in March to make the London Olympics.
Last week in the New South Wales Championship, she was on song. So at the moment, we've got Crystal Smith, who's doing a great job as we see the girls going around the Renault run leg, coming through into the ski leg. Now, this is an important leg because the ski, as we know, is such a difficult craft to get out through the break.
Danielle Allen is in 3rd currently. It looks as though Nikki Chapman, the local girl, is right up there as well. This is Crystal Smith you're travelling with on the ski. Beautifully done. Takes it sideways, really trying to make sure she gets through this and just punches over. Nicely done.
Well, good to see Kirsty Holmes, the veteran, with so many years experience under her belt, in there in the top 5 at the moment. So, oh, there's a tough one. So she needs to stay on this. She's done everything she can to stay on. The momentum's been pushed back, so she needs to keep pushing forward. The trick on the ski in these sort of conditions is to keep momentum going forward and keep the nose of your ski going out. So I don't know why there's a competitor swimming across.
Phil Clayton warming up.
Phil Clayton, what are you doing?
Crystal Smith, the 2010 Ironwoman World Champion, otherwise known as Mother Teresa by a lot of the other competitors, is out in front of Elizabeth Plumers, and the rest of the field, Danielle Allen back in 3rd, but some way behind. At this stage, it is a race in 2 between Crystal Smith and Liz Plumers.
Well, they come back into the wave area now, Howie, and this is the important part now. It's all about craft security, hanging onto your ski, making sure that when you catch that wave, you keep that ski going forward, facing the beach. Don't want to catch something too big. The best thing you can do is catch one like that, Nick, and get a nice, easy ride in. So she'll keep paddling in a second. When the wave starts breaking, you'll see her continue to paddle and get the ski out in front of the powerful part of the wave. Now she can sit back and direct it in with a rudder.
And what she can also do is get a couple of big breaths of air to try and recover, because she still has a board leg to go. So the race is not won or lost.
Well, this is interesting now. This could be a really critical part. She won't take this. She'll let this go because this will break right on top of her.
Oh, she's on.
That is bad timing here for Elizabeth Plumers. It looked like she was right on the zone. She couldn't go forward, and it was tough to come back.
Why didn't she take the wave, guy?
Because she would have nosedived. She had no momentum going forward into that wave on a ski, and she would have just ducked the ski. So she did the right thing then. It didn't look that. It looked a little bit clumsy, but in the positioning she was at, that's all she could do.
Meanwhile,
indeed, Crystal Smith heading up the beach. She's completed the swim, she's completed the ski, she's on her final Renault run leg, and then she's heading out on the board. As you can see, the rain is pouring down, tough conditions, and this is Elizabeth Plumers just trying to hold on. As you said, Guy, it was a smart play.
Well, Howie, what she did then to hold on to the ski was she wrapped her toes up around the foot pedals. There's some straps there, and you get your feet up into it. And what it does is it means you can actually hang onto the ski with your feet. So she's done that. But the big news, Nick, is that now the gap is out again. Crystal Smith has got that gap again. She'd have 100 metres going to the board league. Is that enough to give her a win today?
Well, Crystal Smith is the 2010 World Board Champion, so she has some very good form on the board. We just noticed as Liz Plumers comes up on the beach, her fiancé is her handler, Stuart. So they spent a lot of time studying the conditions today. A lot of encouragement coming from him for Liz Plumers as well.
Well, Hayden, I saw the warm-up this morning, and both Crystal and Elizabeth Plumers were warming up together going through the course, and they know each other. They train against each other in training and also warm up together. So it's interesting that the two are out the front.
Oh, sorry, Leachy, she just missed the board when she went to pick it up, and that's crucial because, like you said, they were working together in the warm-up. She knows how good Crystal Smith is on that board, and she's going to have to work super hard because this is her opportunity. Courtney Hancock's out of this contention, and both these ladies, they want the maximum points because they want to catch up to her.
Danielle Allen back in 4th position at the moment. The 17-year-old, the Queensland under-17 champion. Lists the board as her best leg, and she's being tested well and truly, trying to get out through the break. Crystal Smith had a couple of problems, but she is out now, and Elizabeth Plumers has slightly narrowed that gap, Guy Leach. So if she could pull one out the back, this race is well and truly not over.
Yeah, she had that gap, went into the wave area, got hit, but luckily for her, Plumers copped the same sort of battering by the waves. Trevor, it's not over yet, is it? There's still enough there to sort of consider that if Plumas catches a wave, she can literally come back up to Smith.
Yeah, no, she really is. The only thing that's, there's two things happening. Crystal looks really, really strong, but so does Liz. The whole time this race has been happening, Liz has looked super determined on the ski. She took 2 ski lengths out of her before in a matter of no time at all, but then Crystal responded. So these two girls are in form today.
Well, we see the Smith rolling under the wave there. There's those straps at the front of the board. You hang on to those. You get the white water over the top of the board. You go down low and you flip your board back up and get back on as quick as you can. And here's the other way of doing it. When a wave is actually breaking on you, sometimes the choice is to go down low and pop out through the wave, Trev, which you've done so well. So at the moment, the girls, having done nearly 3 races, they're coming back into the beach. Smith in front, she'll be pushing down these swells and hoping to pick up a wave. So Plumas needs a set wave coming back in, but Howie, it is still on.
She's had a good, consistent series, Crystal Smith. Never won the championship. She's had a couple of seconds along the way. And this year she started off with a 3rd in the race 1, the Enduro, then a 3rd in the triple sprint at Portsea. So she's sitting in 2nd position overall. She went in 10 points behind Courtney Hancock, who was, of course, eliminated in that first race. So we could well have a new series leader if Crystal Smith can hold off Elizabeth Plumas, who was in 3rd position in the championship overall. So it's coming down beautifully for a finish at Newcastle.
Oh, good strong stroke there, getting right way down low, the chest way down on the board, getting all the arms in the water. So she's coming back into the wave area now. They'll look over their shoulders and see what's coming. As you see there, Smith's done right there. They're coming into the area of the water where it gets shallow and the waves start breaking. So she needs a wave right now. Plumas is going to be hoping for one to break out the back and push her forward into Smith. So here's 1 and 2 on screen. So they're going to really drive here and try to make every post a winner. So I think here's a swell that she's going to really pick the rating up now, and this could be the difference.
Elise Bennett back there in the green in 3rd position. Plumas doesn't get the swell. Crystal Smith has worked away on the front of the wave. She'll milk every part of this lie down. And Elizabeth Plumas has got one out the back. So, Guy Leach, this could develop into a sprint up the beach because Plumas is going just behind.
Smith on the first wave. Plumas on the second wave. The second wave looks like it's catching up to the first wave. So at the moment on the yellow board, so Smith is off and running. She's decided to go. She's on the bank and sprinting back up into the area. So Plumas has stayed on the board. Is that the difference?
2 different approaches. Crystal Smith, she was off the board. She hit the sand. She looks like she has got a lead in front of Elizabeth Plumas. And she is pumped, Leachy. She knows Crystal Smith. She has done enough here at Newcastle. Absolutely stoked, and why wouldn't she be? Crystal Smith, a wonderful performance. She came in 3rd overall today. She has done enough. She's got to go. She's beaten the field. She's beaten the surf. Crystal Smith wins in Newcastle, and Liz Plumas wraps her up and says, well done, sister. Nicole is down on the beach, and just great scene.
Crystal, congratulations. What a big race. You felt like you were kind of just playing your cards a little bit close to your chest early on, but went flat strap from the get-go in this 3rd race.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really, sort of gave it everything I got in the start. 2nd race, I just felt like I almost drowned in the swim leg, and so I wanted to come out and really give it my all for a swim, and lucky to get a good break.
You've been around this for so long now. How good does it feel to be a winner today?
It feels great, Nicole. I mean, it's so hard to win one of these races, and, you know, to be able to come up in front of friends and family who have come up from Sydney, it makes it really special.
I'm probably preempting this, but given that you were 2nd on the overall lead, you will now take the Black Cossie into round 4 in Perth. You are now the series leader.
I mean, I'll need every sort of lead I can going into that Perth race. It's probably the one where I'm going to come unstuck, but, you know, it makes for a good contest. Liz coming in 2nd, so it's going to be pretty tight points there on the top 3 now.
Well done today. Congratulations on taking that Black Cossie.
Thanks very much.
We might just try and grab Liz as well. Liz, what a close race coming into the final stages. You could see, Crystal, you did have a wave break behind you. What was going through your head?
Oh my gosh, I just did a few sort of things wrong in that race, and sort of, I think I got a little bit nervous, to tell you the truth, and yeah, things just sort of didn't go my way, and I thought, oh, if I can just get this board wave, and fell off the back of it, but to tell you the truth, sprint race with Crystal would have been tough.
Well, it's good to have some good luck finally in a race, and we'll see you in Perth.
Yes, thank you. It's a big confidence booster for the last 3, so that's good.
She was in tears after Portsea as Kirsty Holmes comes in. was Elizabeth Plumers. She's a lot happier with her second position here at Newcastle. Official results after the break, but you don't need anything official to know that Crystal Smith has won round 3 of the Ironwoman series from a wild, a windy, a challenging Newcastle Beach. An intense battle unfolded at Newcastle Beach, and on top, Crystal Smith with 25 points. Second position, Elizabeth Plumers, well under. Elise Bennett in third. Moya, Holmes, Allen and Harriet Brown in the top 7. Through to Creedy, who was knocked out in that second race, Neil Devine, Richardson, Tisha Jenkins, and on the final page is Coleman, Mercer, Hancock, the big surprise, Courtney Hancock in 19th position, and Candice Falzon. We can now go down to the podium with Hayden Quinn.
A great round of racing here at Newcastle Beach. The girls really showed beautiful skills, all effort, and what a day it was. First up, we've got third place, Elise Bennett. Here she comes. What an amazing job. Big round of applause. And just fade out. Alice, what about that? That was incredible. What tough conditions, tricky conditions. North Burleigh, very similar to this. Do you love it out there?
Yeah, I love it. It's always good when it throws up a bit of swell. It makes things easy, but, you know, a bit tricky, and your experience really comes into play.
And third place, very good. Big points, that's where you want to be. A tricky sort of situation to be in, but you did extremely well, so congratulations.
Thank you.
The next one up. Next up, we have Elizabeth Plumers in second place. Liz, I guess this was the one you really wanted to win. Courtney was out early. You know, you needed to make up from that round at Portsea, not your best effort, but today you've really done well. Great result.
Yeah, thank you. I would have liked to be one up more, but I guess you can't complain too much with second, and it's a great comeback after Portsea, so I'm happy that it was a good one.
That's exactly right. All those points count, and second place, you can't be angry at that.
No way, and there's still 3 rounds to go, so bring them on now.
Thank you very much. Well done. And next up, coming first at our Newcastle round, Crystal Smith. Big round of applause. Don't fall over yet. Crystal, congratulations. Very, very well done. It was tricky conditions out there, but, you know, we were questioning whether you were just holding back a little bit and then going to go bang straight out at this final round, but you did extremely well.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wasn't holding back. I actually thought I didn't make it through the second race. My handler, Floody, was telling me that's it. They only took 6 and I missed out. So just to make it into that final race, I was stoked, and I just, yeah, really had to give it everything in that first swim leg, and, you know, had a bit of luck on my side. Got a few waves on the way in and managed to get a clear way on the way out.
Well, that's it. We saw last series that consistency is the key. You've been on the podium every round, so looking very, very good. Congratulations.
You know, obviously Elizabeth had a bad race at Portsea, Courtney today, so maybe it's my turn next week, but, you know, fingers crossed I can come through strong in Perth.
That's it. Thank you very much, Crystal. First place here at the Newcastle round of the Ironwoman series.
Crystal Smith, and these are the series points, and look at that. Crystal Smith in the black cosy for the next round in Perth. She leads Elizabeth Plumers. Courtney Hancock, after that 19th position today, slides back into third. Geordie Mercer's dropped back a couple as well to ninth. Kirsty Holmes has made a move up the order into 11th. Candice Falzon will be disappointed with today. Hayley Baitup has moved a small way up the field, and rounding out is Hancock, Jenkins, Chapman, Coleman and Amy Nerthen. But it was all about that lady today, Crystal Smith, Elizabeth Plumers, Elise Bennett. But Crystal, she took her time, and she has come out on top at Newcastle in front of a big crowd who are starting to build, with the Ironmen not being too far away. She looks in fantastic condition. Keep an eye out for Crystal in round 4 next week. That is January 29 at Scarborough in WA, then Coolum, then Noosa Heads. A wonderful event here at Newcastle Beach. After the break, it is the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironman.